Hey guys, we're out here in San Diego and I'm going to be speaking with real estate rock star Seth O'Byrne and his special guest today, luxury real estate photographer Brent Haywood. They're going to be talking about some new marketing technology that they're showcasing, how that impacts buyers, and the international reach that it has. Let's not wait any longer, let's go talk to him now. Today I'm here with real estate superstar Seth O'Byrne and his special guest today, the #1 luxury real estate photographer in San Diego, Brent Haywood. Thanks for being here, guys.
Yeah, thank you so much.
So Seth, so much of what you do, and I've heard $1 billion now in real estate that you've
Approaching
closed.
it, yeah. I don't want to make a false claim here.
Approaching $1 billion is from referrals and word of mouth, and that really comes from relationships, building relationships with clients. But you also build relationships with partners and your marketing team as well, like Brent here. Tell us about how you two got together and what you do together.
Yeah, so I think like anybody in the real estate business in the last 10 years, or actually now, oh God, 13 years, that makes me feel old. We've started to, we understood that doing great work was an important part of growing your company, your brand, and really your service to the consumer, to our clients. But what we really realized in the last 5 to 6 years is our partners, the people we work with, have to also be excellent. And by them being excellent, it allows our service to be great, even from efforts that we don't do ourselves. And so when we made a decision about only working with excellent stagers, photographers, contractors, our business really grew dramatically from that point. And really the first person that we brought on that was truly like an amazing partner was Brent. We've been working together for almost half a decade now.
Almost half a decade. So tell us about some of the new and exciting things that you guys are getting into with marketing.
Well, the biggest thing that we've just started working with is the 3D scanning camera. Currently, it's the one from Matterport, and what that allows customers to do from the comfort of their home is see a 3D rendering of the home from a dollhouse view and also from a complete walkthrough view of the home, which you can't actually get from any of the other traditional methods right now, video and still photography. Now, those are also important parts for marketing the home, but the 3D scanning camera really allows that client to slowly walk through the house, spin around in a 360 mode in each one of those rooms, and control basically the speed at which they view the home. And they can slow down and really see all of the details. It's been the best thing that we've added to the business. I think it's a game changer for the real estate market worldwide and in San Diego especially. And when Seth called us about 6 months ago or so and says, hey, we heard about this technology, and I said, we'd already been researching it, it wasn't quite good enough. And then they finally came up with some updates that really made it a powerful marketing tool, and that's when Seth said, let's pull the trigger and get this added into our marketing program right away.
Is this kind of marketing tool just for the high-end luxury market, or does this work on homes under $1 million as well?
Yeah, I would say it works for all properties. I would say a vacant property doesn't show as well in Matterport. As people walk through the property, they need scale. So furniture allows you to understand how high the walls are, how big the windows are. It's really a spatial application. And so really to aid the buyers to understand the property and to show the property off in a better light. Because when you have 3D scanning and people going through Matterport, they really are taking time to appreciate the property. That also means sometimes they can be more critical. So if you can bring great staging in here, like we have this property staged by Everything Creative, it really creates the holistic feel, like someone can really picture themselves in the home with furniture in it. So I think from a price point perspective, there's no price that doesn't work. So, it's not about how expensive your home is, but I do think there are other homes that lend themselves better to the use of 3D scanning. And that's a decision we make with our clients when we decide which ones to use it on.
Just to clarify for our viewers out there, how is this 3D technology different from what we've been seeing over the last few years of the typical, virtual tours that you can see almost anywhere on the computer now?
Again, stepping back, the Matterport really allows the user to view the home at their own speed. And that's what I really like about it. You can slowly walk through a property at your own speed, check each room, back out. Where our traditional video, although it's got its place and it works great, you're at the speed at whoever shot that. So you're flowing through the house at somebody else's speed and motion and what they wanted to see, where the Matterport gives that viewer ultimate control. And it's a much better tool, especially for remote buyers that can't come into San Diego or into that area, to really experience that home the best that you can.
That's so true. Sometimes you just miss it. When you're watching the virtual tours on the computer, you're like, wait, I'm not really sure,
Yeah. Right, if we didn't make that turn with the traditional video camera into that corner, then you're missing that information. Right.
Yeah.
Where the Matterport, you get to go back and really experience every corner of the home.
Yeah, we always say Matterport is truly a tool for the home buyer. it's a very realistic representation of the property. And so why we like video so much and why we do so much straight video is we can evoke an emotion, we can create a feeling and an expectation of what it would be like to be in the property, but it is at its very core marketing. And though marketing serves and aids as, though Matterport serves as marketing for the property as well, it's really consumer focused in that they can have a true, real representation of the property, which is why I think Matterport has been so driven by home buyers, because they want that. They want to have that freedom to truly take the time to look at the property, to see the things that matter to them, and also truly understand all the aspects of the property, even if they're not the aspects that they're looking for.
You talk about marketing. You spare no expense in marketing. You go above and beyond for all of your clients. Why is it so important for you?
You know, marketing is really our calling card. So us as an organization, you know, when you think about what the O'Byrne Team brand is all about, most people call us, they refer us based on the fact that we're doing typically cutting edge marketing, but also using the traditional marketing we've always used and putting new spins on it. I think marketing is incredibly important in real estate because it's a crowded marketplace in any market, meaning this is a one-of-a-kind property behind us, you know, 280 Montecito, designed by Eduardo Posada, a famed international architect. But there are other beautiful properties in San Diego. It's one of the best cities in the country. And so we are competing against other beautiful homes. And I think marketing is really kind of the polish that we put on our properties that creates that kind of added sense of, and also expectation of lifestyle and feeling. And really at the end of the day, we truly know and we can truly measure that it is creating much higher sales prices for our clients.
How much does creativity play a role in what each of you do in your professions?
It's huge. I mean, it's just like anything. You can take a basic photo, or you can spend a little bit of time and really check for the angle and the lighting and composure and what things are in that photo and frame. It makes a huge difference. And even with the 3D scanning technology, if you're not placing the camera in the best corners with the best light and the best angles, you're just going to get a mediocre result. So, I mean, you have to think about it. It's just like anything that we do with the O'Byrne team. Each one of those steps that we take in the house with the camera, the 3D scanning technology, or any of the stuff that we use, you really have to think about each step that you're taking.
And I just want to reiterate, you spare no expense. It's not just for the $20 million homes that you do this for. It's for all of your clients, and that's so unusual.
Well, it's very unusual. Seth's probably one of our only realtors in San Diego that does the full package on every single listing, regardless of price. It's very rare.
So let's talk about this house that we're at today. You use this new technology on this property. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so 280 Montecito is designed by Eduardo Posada. I know we mentioned that before. He's originally from Mexico. He came here into America and started building really daring modern projects. This is his only project in Hillcrest, but it's one of his more favored projects. We thought Matterport would lend itself to this property for the same reason why we were excited about this property in general, is it had unique features that very few other properties in Hillcrest had. Mainly, we have an expansive front patio, which doubles as a kind of not just a parking spot, but a place to showcase a beautiful vehicle. So when we did our photography, we actually brought in a Porsche 911 Turbo and parked it in front of the house. Many of the buyers of this property in the past have been lovers of automobiles. So they have their car, they can see it right when they wake up and they're having coffee in the morning. You know, they can see their collections as they have it. And Jonathan Siegel did a property like that in La Jolla. And this is a much smaller, much more affordable version. That Jonathan Siegel property they built for himself and his wife, I believe sold for $6 million. This property we have on the market for $799,000. So it has a lot of really cool features that I think make it exciting, but the price point is a lot more affordable, which, to go back to, that's why Matterport's great, is we can bring it to everybody.
Absolutely. This house is a prime candidate for this technology, and it's under $1 million. So.
Yeah.
Well, thank you both so much for being here today, for sharing this technology with us. You both are always on the cutting edge, superstars in both of your fields, so we really appreciate it.
Thank you.
You just heard from a guy that is killing it in the real estate world, Seth O'Byrne, and his special guest today, luxury real estate photographer Brent Haywood. They told us about the 3D scanning camera that they're using that will change the face of real estate, where you can sit at home in your couch across the country, across the world even, and get a complete virtual tour of a property. We even got to see one today. We hope we gave you some great insight today. Back to you guys in the studio.